the news today, Pace once again takes front and center in a statement that could send people into a panic. A recorded message from a meeting of global physicians raises great concerns about the future of the illness and asking if we should be more concerned than we are. Here's the recording.
I want to thank everyone that came to this rush meeting of the Society of Historic Industrial Testers and Physicians. For those that don't know, we are the lobby that advises political figures across the globe, and we are duly able to do so because we are a private group of physicians from every civilized nation. I'm just going to get into it here. Many of you understand that we have a pandemic that has now reached across the entire world, and what we don't know is why. This is known as the PACE virus, and we won't be discussing much of how this is reaching across the world today, but we will be advising the next step should require from international medical and political infrastructure. The first thing we are advising is a complete lockdown. We are aware that a lockdown is taking place in China and Russia. We're expecting lockdowns in the UK and Germany as well. The US is a state-by-state option, but we expect the federal government to step in, understanding that we're discussing and following suit with what we're about to describe. This would be an arbitrary quarantine for all individuals, even those that do not show signs of infection. We do understand that critical infrastructure needs to be maintained, and it's why we say arbitrary. But we are not against a compulsory option if the necessary infrastructure is already in place. What we're tracking is we see individuals who have never come in contact with an infected person falling victim to the illness. We find this to be associated with those who are immunocompromised, individuals with some types of diabetes, cancer, heart disease, extremely obese, and the elderly. The infection comes immediately and without warning. People who have shown no past signs or symptoms are suddenly in the full throes of the illness. They show little warning other than potentially complaining of chest pains, dizziness, mere moments before they fall unconscious, and in mere moments they have attacked people around them. In some cases we have heard about not having access to the regular medication, but otherwise they somehow must have come in contact with someone who is ill and have not exhibited symptoms and shown that they have contracted the illness. This is of the utmost concern. It's possible that those with healthy immune systems are better able to combat the illness, or it could be that it's just a matter of time before they too fall ill, and as we know, those who are bitten by infected individuals will become ill, usually within 24 hours of exposure. It's important to take the necessary action as soon as possible. We may have already reached a critical mass even in countries that have listed few, if any, infections, such as France, because we believe this is forming in the shadow of our population, and it's possible this could spread quickly and out of control, especially if people lose access to necessary medical care. We also advise anyone that does research on this illness to take all the necessary precautions. Only allow authorized individuals to access anyone who is infected in the BSL-4 lab. We are performing our research in the Wuhan lab, where we have the most access to space and cadavers of infected as well as actively infected individuals. Again, something is spreading this illness that we aren't aware of. It's important that you maintain all your infrastructures and make sure that your ability to get necessary medications and treatments to anyone is at your utmost concern. Places that have shelters are bonuses, and if that's something that everyone can implement, please do so. It's possible that this illness could be spread by animals, mosquitoes, or it could be airborne in some way, so anyone who comes in contact with these individuals should maintain the utmost security and safety. We don't know if we don't take these precautions now. It's possible this illness could have devastating effects, and I have to stress, it could be too late already.